Welcome back everybody to another All Things Nerd video. As always, my name is Nathan. Welcome back to exploring the world of Azeroth in World of Warcraft. Today's Out of Bounds adventure leads us back to Ny'alotha, the BFA raid, and we're actually at the very end of the raid. And I just uploaded a Ny'alotha video a couple of days back, but that was actually during Chromie time for the Dragonflight expansion. Today we're actually inside the raid, and right here you can see right in front of me we're getting a crazy look at Ny'alotha and a model of him upside down or sideways or whatever you want to say. And we're going to be taking off some new views inside of the end of this raid here. Now, one of my favorite looking, I guess, aesthetics and raids in this game is definitely right here. I mean, just look at this. It's amazing. Just absolutely amazing what Blizzard has created for this raid and what they pulled off aesthetically for Ny'alotha. And some things that we're going to be taking a look at. There's actually like 3 or 4 separate parts I want to go take a look. So I want to start here in the beginning of the raid, which is where you fight the carapace of Ny'alotha. I don't know how to pronounce it very well, but you fight this part of Ny'alotha, and then you get to the final battle of Ny'alotha himself. But we're going to take a look around with the Scrying Rogue Stones, and the Scrying Rogue Stones are going to give us a better view of the raid itself and how it's kind of broken down. Something really cool about this raid is that when you get into this room right here at the very end of Ny'alotha itself, this whole room is its own like instance room, so you actually can't really get back to the beginning of the raid once you come here. I don't think you can actually jump up here or anything. Yeah, it doesn't actually allow you to go back. But once you get in here, what I love about this room is that everything is already preloaded. And what I mean by that is when you're actually doing the Ny'alotha fight, when you get to Ny'alotha himself and you're in the final boss room, everything is preloaded in a sense that there's like different cutscenes and different things that happen, and the fight goes really fast, and you're teleported to like back into the Chamber of Heart, and then you're like upside down, and then you got to save Magni and Mother, and then like there's just all these different things going on. That's what I want to show you guys today, the different glimpses of that. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out in this room, and just to show you real quick, there actually is a way past these tentacles. Before we start in that exciting time, if you go over here, there should be a spot where you can just walk straight through the tentacle and get on the other side. And there you go. But what's really funny is this whole section right here, this isn't like, yeah, it's not solid. You can just walk straight through it, and then you can actually get to the other door on the other side. Now, something really interesting is that none of what's behind this door is actually loaded in yet. Until you activate the fight, then everything loads in and starts the fight. If you were to poke behind this door, everything behind that door, like the Ny'alotha battle, all that is actually below us. I believe, actually. Actually, I could be wrong about that. Let me see. You know what? I could be wrong. Let's see here. Yeah, see? There's nothing actually loaded in yet, technically. But the map is loaded in underneath us. So you can kind of get this weird look of Ny'alotha from the outside here. But if we get above, there we go. You can see that there's actually nothing in here or loaded behind the door yet. Oh, never mind. I lied. Okay, technically, okay, everything is loaded in. All right, I lied. You know why I said that? Because I was looking above. When I had said that, I was actually out here. And I was exploring with my Scrying Rogue Stone a while ago first. And when I was up here, I was like, oh, interesting. Nothing loads in up top until you actually activate the fight. But, you know, that makes more sense because we're actually above. So never mind. Forget what I'm saying. But when we come up here, this is actually all solid, which is really cool. I wish so bad that we could break out of bounds here and fly around the map. It would be so cool to go check out these rooms up close in person as the Demon Hunter. But unfortunately, the Scrying Rogue Stones are going to have to do what they have to do for now. So as we see here is the final boss room of Ny'alotha. This is giving you like a really good glimpse of the fight itself. So as you remember, as you're fighting Ny'alotha, all these tentacle things come down, and then it reveals like the space and time place around you. And I haven't found that exact room yet where you actually fight Ny'alotha when the tentacles come down. The other thing that I have found, though, that I find really interesting is if you go below the map here, there is water. And you can actually see Ny'alotha preloaded when you... so here's the room. I'm going to take a screenshot that you go into when you're like upside down and you go into the Chamber of Heart and you got to save Magni, you got to save Mother. This is the scene that you're seeing when the Chamber of the Heart is like flipped and you go inside of it and then everything's like upside down or sideways or whatever you want to call it. But there it goes. And you can actually get into that place up and close. So we're actually going to go take a look in that room right now. And this is one of my favorite views right here. Check this out. So here goes Ny'alotha up close, and here goes his full model and everything preloaded in, because normally you're not supposed to see him yet, but we can actually get right under him too and see him up close. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I mean, I didn't know that this was here or preloaded into the fight already. I thought things had just kind of popped up as you were fighting and things would just load in here and there. But everything's pre-rendered, everything's preloaded for you. That's why I wish we could break out of bounds. I wish I could find a way to do it and explore around the map here better, like fly around as the Demon Hunter and get into these different rooms, because it would be so cool to see it up close. But, you know, the Scrying Rogue Stones are going to have to do for now. I really thank Monk for these, so... This is really cool view right here. I love that. I'm gonna take another screenshot. We got to be careful here. Our far sight only lasts like, let's see, I think only like 60 seconds. Yeah. So we got to kind of make this kind of quick, but check this out. Look at that view. Now we're like upside down with Ny'alotha. And if we take our camera this way, we can see him even better. I'm like doing a photo shoot here. I'm like, pose Ny'alotha. All right, and I hit another one. Now put your arm up, bud. I'm like doing a photo shoot here with Ny'alotha. But yeah, I just thought this room was really cool, so I wanted to show you guys this part. Now there is another interesting room that's actually below this room here. So if we come to the edge of the map here, and I gotta find it. So there goes the final boss battle right there. There goes where you enter inside. So it's just right below the room here. There's another spot I wanted to go see, and I gotta remember where it's at exactly. Maybe here? Huh. So there's another spot where actually the place where you go to Mother and Magni is already preloaded. So if you remember, in the middle of the fight, you go into the chamber and you gotta go help them or whatever. There's a spot around here where that actually whole scene is preloaded too, and I gotta remember where it's at. Let me go back up here. Okay, so here goes like the space and time room when the tentacles drop, so you can see the skybox all loaded in already. But if we look down, there it is. So there goes actually the Chamber of the Heart. That's the end of the raid room where you actually leave the raid itself. So what happens is after you beat Ny'alotha, you get teleported down into that room. But there's one more room that's actually a whole nother copy of Chamber of the Heart, and it's already preloaded, and I gotta find it because it's really neat to see. And I think it actually might be below. Can we? Oh, we can't. We can get down here. There we go. So we're actually inside of the Chamber of Heart here on the side of it, but there should be another side, and I'm trying to find it. You know what, let me take a Stinky Bright potion real quick. This gives us a whole nother view to the raid, right, by the way. Okay, let's go back to where we were up here, and I think this should actually help us find what we're looking for. Oops, that's my Sandbox Storm Griffin. That's not the Scrying Rogues though. So there goes the boss room. Down below even more should be the Magni and Mother room, and that's what I gotta find. It's around here somewhere. So there goes Ny'alotha upside down. So it's even farther down, so let's actually go down one more. Okay, so we are here in the room itself. Oh, that might be it right there, actually. The question is, can we get down there? trying to get my camera angle to a point where we can see the room so that we can place our far sight, because unless we do that, we're not going to be able to actually see it. Let me try this. I'm going to get on the very edge of this room and then look straight down. Maybe I might not be able to get this actually. Let me take off Stinky Bright Potion. Oh, there it is. So you can just barely see the chamber right there, and that's where I'm trying to get to. There is a spot below. So I think it's right below this room itself. So let's actually back up. Let's go back here, maybe? No, that's even worse. Because we need to get to a point where we're angling ourselves so that when we move our camera, it makes the room disappear. Let's try the edge over here. Oh, there we go. Okay, I think that's, yeah, that's what we're trying to get to right here. So like, this should let us get in that room now, I hope. Oh, there we go. This will help, at least. There we go. So this whole scene is actually pre-rendered as well. So if we go over here, now we're inside Chamber of the Heart. And I don't know if it's this view or the other view that we want. Is this the ending one? No, this is where you... Okay, so here it is. This is what I was trying to get to. Sorry, everyone. I was trying to get inside this room here. This might do right here. There we go. Boom, finally. Okay, 2 hours later, we did it. Cool. I'm glad we got inside of here, though. That's really awesome. Now we just got to get ourselves out of this, like, glitchy area here. We got to actually get inside the room itself. There we go. Okay, now we're actually inside of the room. So you can see Mother and Magni are like kneeling down, and they're kind of like in a prone position. So that's where you see up above is when you see Ny'alotha, when you look up. So yeah, I guess I was looking at this the wrong way, huh? Because technically Ny'alotha is up and not actually down. There we go. Okay, now we're kind of in the room. There we go. Okay, now we're in the room completely. Cool. So there goes Magni, there goes Mother, and there goes the pre-loaded models that are in here. And then there's a whole nother room of the Chamber of Heart where you actually leave the raid itself. So if we were to look up, that is what you're looking at in the Zots, and that's the room that we were in beforehand. So really cool to see all this loaded in. I just thought this was a really fun out of bounds exploration. One other thing that I'm looking for is there's a whole nother room when you get into and if I remember correctly, Queen Azshara and I can't think of her name. Everyone simps for her on the Horde. Sylvanas, she is loaded in and with Azshara, Queen Azshara, and I'm trying to look for that like model and room because I believe that's also preloaded in as well. But here goes another shot of the Zoth that you get. So that's when you're, you know, looking up above, so you have this view. And then I think the other room is for when the camera turns and you're going into the Chamber of Heart. So they got a really cool, like, I don't know, way of setting this up. But there you guys go. That's really what I wanted to show you today, is like these really cool views and a different side of like this raid and how they set everything up already. I just thought it was really neat to see all this. I'm still looking for that room that I want to find. The one that's like preloaded with Queen Azshara but I don't know if I can find it. But anyways, guys, I won't keep wasting your time. I wanted to show you this video to check it out yourself. If you guys haven't been in here yet, definitely go check it out. It's a lot of fun to go see another side of all this. What's over here? And you can see in the distance, there's like something that's sticking out. Oh, here's the other Chamber of Heart. I think that's where you leave the raid. Yeah, because if we were to go down here, let's see what's down here real quick. No, okay, so that's where we actually just came out of. I lied. Now where are we at? Oh, now we're back in that room with Ny'alotha where he's flipped upside down. There was something like way out in the distance over here that I wanted to go see. And it was clipping outside the map, and I don't know what that was, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to keep exploring because there's definitely more rooms and stuff. Oh, what's this over here? Nothing. It just looks like just solid ground, I guess. That's weird. It looks like it allowed me to come over here and like stick my far side, but it doesn't look like anything's over here or not loaded in that I'm not seeing. I'm moving my camera everywhere. I don't see anything loaded. That's weird. Yeah, I don't know. Strange. But there goes the boss room from a distance. Look at the eyes sticking out over there. It's cool. I like that. Where are we now? Oh, we're in the first boss room here. Okay. So this is everything without everything loaded in. That's cool. But anyways, guys, I want to say thank you for always supporting the All Things Nerd channel. Thank you for joining me on this Ny'alotha adventure. I know it's a little messy because of the scrying rogue stones, but you guys get the point of seeing everything up close in person. And I just thought it was a really neat take and view that you get of the way that you're able to see Ny'alotha and everything loaded into the raid. So when you first enter that room here, before you start the battle, everything's already there for you. But hope you guys have fun with this one. Go check it out yourself if you haven't yet. It's really cool to get in here and check out everything. Please like the video if you haven't subscribed to the channel. And, you know, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.